Have you tried growing onion from the bulb and found that your onions never sprouted, or took a long time to sprout, or was just growing roots and no shoots after planting in the soil or rooting in water? You are not alone. This is a common occurrence for many people who try to grow onion from the bulb, making some people believe that you can never regrow onion from the bulb. But I know you can because I've done it several times. Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Obi's Garden. In this video, I'll show you why onion bulbs fail to sprout, as well as how to identify good onion bulbs that are suitable for planting so you don't encounter this challenge again. If you are also left with onion bulbs that are not ideal for planting, I will show you how to force that onion bulb to sprout. Let's get into it. First things first, why do onion bulbs fail to sprout? To answer this question, let's learn a little bit about the biology or physiology, if you will, of onions. Onion bulbs go through 3 phases after they have been harvested. These are 1. The resting stage, 2. The dormant stage, and 3. The sprouting stage. The resting stage can last for about 6 weeks, whereas the dormant stage can last for a month to several months depending on variety and storage conditions. Both the resting and dormant stages are characterized by low activity, but the resting stage does not respond to environmental changes and spans the period during curing to a couple weeks after curing. Most of the onions you find on the market or store are in the dormant stage and thus may take a long time to sprout when planted. Because the dormancy is imposed by internal factors, it is known as endodormancy. In dormant onion bulbs, both the roots and shoot take a long time to sprout once planted, although the roots will start growing earlier than the shoot, but the shoot will never sprout until dormancy is fully broken. The onion bulb to be used for planting should be one that has broken its dormancy. Therefore, the main reason why an onion bulb will not sprout is that it is still in the dormant stage. At this point, I guess you may be wondering, how can you know whether the onion bulb is dormant or has broken its dormancy? In other words, how can you know when an onion bulb is good for planting? The simple answer is that it is hard to tell from the outside unless the onion bulb has already started sprouting with outward visible signs. Thus, your best bet to achieving success is to use onion bulbs that have already started sprouting. However, once you cut an onion bulb that has not sprouted, it should be possible to tell whether it is still dormant or has entered into the sprouting phase. When you cut the onion, look at the color of the middle portion. If it is green or has a tint of green as seen in your shot, then it means that it has entered into the sprouting phase and therefore it is suitable for planting. If it is all white like you see in your shot now, then it is still in the dormant stage. The roots in an onion that has broken dormancy start growing in less than 24 hours, as can be seen here, whereas the dormant onion bulbs can take several days or even weeks before growing. The next obvious question is, how can you break onion dormancy? Or is there a way to break onion dormancy faster? The answer is yes. Breaking the dormancy of an onion bulb occurs naturally, and it can take a month to several months depending on the variety and storage conditions. Research has shown that soaking the cut onion bulb in 20% hydrogen peroxide for about 4 hours can help to break endodormancy of onions. After soaking, wash the bulb and plant them in the soil or root them in water, and the roots and shoots will start growing within a few days. This is the fastest way to break dormancy. The other method is to keep the onion bulb in a dry place in the pantry for several weeks or a month. The third option is to keep the onion bulb in the fridge for several weeks to a month. However, this is not recommended if you want to grow bulb onions from the onion bulbs. Use the fridge method only if you want to produce onion seeds or if you're only interested in the green onions. This is because the cold temperature in the fridge helps to break dormancy as well as fulfill the vernalization requirement needed to induce flowering. Thus, no bulbs or only tiny bulbs will be formed when you plant onions stored in the fridge. If you have already rooted your onions in water and it's still not sprouting, don't worry. Just transplant them into the soil, keep watering them, and be patient. With time, they will start sprouting and will grow into big onions. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, smash that like button and also share it so that more people will benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already done so. Check out our other videos. I'll see you in our next. Until then, it's adios.